Hello again, friends and loyal Wolfpack members. Chaos Wolf here, and welcome to Fractured Space. Now, this is something I haven't played for a little while. I did a video on Fractured Space way back when it first became available to play early access. And I've had the game since then, but I must admit I haven't really played it. Just because I've had basically my time taken up too much with Elite Dangerous, XCOM and so on. I find it difficult at times to play other games when I spend so much time on games that I'm thoroughly addicted to. But I was contacted on behalf of the Edge Case team, and I was asked to do a video on this game. Now, like I said, I was asked to do this, but I haven't received anything personally in order to do this. What I did ask for, however, was a few copies of the game to give away to you guys. So if you do like the video, and you do like the look of the game, I will let you know how to be in for a chance of getting one of these 5 copies. Now, what is Fractured Space? Fractured Space, to me, is pretty much World of Tanks in space, or Armoured Warfare in space kind of thing. It's like halfway between Elite Dangerous and World of Tanks, I think. You have your big ships, you fly around, you kill other members on the opposite team. It's like 5 on 5, I believe it is. And you fly along around the map, taking bases, taking resources, capturing sites, and then going to capture the enemy base. And all along the while, you've pretty much just got to kill the enemy players, don't get killed yourself. Though if you do get killed, don't worry, it's not the end of the day. You will respawn, although it gets gradually longer and longer, the respawn time. And let's have a look, shall we? There are a bunch of different ships here. We've got the USR Pioneer. Now, bear in mind, like I said previously, I haven't played a great amount of this. I've played it enough to kind of get the feel for different types of ships. This ship makes me think of... It's like a heavy ship. It's like heavy tanks in World of Tanks in my mind. It's slow, it hits hard, and it has good armour. And for some reason it seems like it has a bunch of Rubik's Cubes attached to the back of the ship, which I find rather amusing. If you like your ship slower and harder hitting, then this is probably one of the ones for you. There's also this one here, the Venturer. Now this is a support ship. What this does is it's pretty much like a healer ship almost. Your main ability is healing and protecting other members of your team. And yourself as well, so if you're low on health and your ability just comes off cooldown, just think World of Warships with the damage control ability. It's very, very similar. But it gives you back a set amount of health in one go. So, thus far, this has actually been my favourite ship to play. Whenever I played MMOs, I was always the guy playing the healers, so this kind of brought back some nice memories for me. Next we'll go over to the next one, and we have the Revenant Reaper and the Sentinel. Now, the Revenant Reaper was the next ship that I tried, and this just seems like a pure DPS style ship. When I first tried using this, I wasn't that great at it. I haven't really played it that much because, I don't know, I just don't like the feel of the ship myself. But it's a damaged ship, it's got shields and so on, but I don't think I completely understood how this ship worked. The next one is this one, the Sentinel. And this is a nice little ship. I do actually enjoy this one. This is actually like my joint favourite ship. And it's kind of interesting. It's got a boost function so you can turn faster. You've got a little buoy that you can fire off, and that lets you, and basically as soon as you enter into that you get slightly faster and more manoeuvrable. So that's interesting as well. Not to mention its main weapons are a little bit, they track a little. The bullets themselves, the projectiles, actually home in on the target, so that's really nice. Let's go and have a look here, shall we? We'll go and have a look at the loadout of this. Now, as you can see, we can actually go and upgrade these ships. Not all of them, mind. So let's have a look at this one. We'll have a look here. This one hasn't got much that you can upgrade. I've basically upgraded the weapons to the best weapons and the secondary weapon to the best one there. Well, they don't exactly work like proper upgrades. These are kind of side grades. It just makes the ship work a little bit differently. It just changes the playstyle of the ship ever so slightly. Because whereas you have the standard guns, which are kind of middle of the road, you've got the light void guns, which do less damage but fire more often. Oh no, they don't. The light void guns here, they do less damage but have a higher volley count, so they do more shots per shot. Or the heavy void guns, they have a lower volley count but do higher damage per hit. So it really depends what you want to do. Do you want to put all your eggs in one basket and go for the heavy hitters? Do you want to go for the middle of the road, or do you want to go for basically quantity over quality? It's completely up to you. Now down here you have the secondary weapon, and on this one it's a gravity nuke. You've got gravity nuke blast, and basically plasma gravity nuke. Now I think what these do is it changes the amount of damage that you do. This one does 1,500, this one does 1,000 damage, and this one does 1,000, and for some reason it does an extra 500. And yeah, an extra 500 plasma damage. Right. I think it might actually slow the enemy ships as well, because it says plus 25% slow. So, not quite sure what these all do. I'll have to give them a go at some point and find out. But if I don't do that, I know one of you guys will let me know in the comments what's going on. Now here, again, I don't think we can actually go and change anything on this one. No, we can't, because I think this one actually counts as... No, it doesn't actually. I thought that for a second this one was actually a premium ship, but it's not. This one is actually a premium ship, and I'm not the biggest fan of it. It does look amazing, but it's not really for me. And not only have we got the ships, we have the crews as well. You can actually set your crews up differently for what different perks you want from different crew members. As you can see, I have the mighty Jingles as the captain. Now, I got this for free because I took part in the weekend event when I first got this game. And I just think the mighty Jingles is absolutely hilarious in this. But anyway, that's enough ogling the ships. Let's go and have a look at how amazing... But anyway, that's enough ogling these ships in the hangar. Let's go and have a look at how they perform in battle. Now, I'm not going to go too in-depth into this, because like I said, I haven't played that much of this. I just wanted to give you a flavour of what to expect from this game and the different starter ship classes. Okay, so the first ship we are going to have a look at in combat is the Pioneer. Now, this ship, like I said before, is pretty much Fractured Space's version of either a big battleship or a heavy tank. So it's slow, it's not exactly the most manoeuvrable, but it does pack a wallop. Now, initially we did kind of run in face first into almost the entire enemy team. You can see me there firing off my missiles, which is my second ability. Now, at this point, I hadn't quite worked out what abilities were what, and there you can actually see there is a Reaper deploying its shields. So it's got the green shields around it. Now, we've got quite a few enemy ships here, and you can see that my main guns are actually doing a good amount of damage. My secondary ability is going to be coming off cooldown just soon. I'm going to fire that off very soon, I think. Oh no, maybe not then. Oh, I do love listening to Jingles talk. And we just entered a shielding, on the enemy shielding buoys. Now that thing will stay there indefinitely, unless we either destroy it or the parent ship spawns a new one. Now it is a little bit weird with how the game controls, because this isn't just in basically 2D, well, two directions, like horizontal and vertical and so on. We've also got, this is like complete 3D combat. So missiles out, and we just fired off our secondary battery weapon there. Can you see it go? And just look at how much damage that thing does. This thing really does a metric arse ton of damage. Now, one of the things I haven't quite worked out at this point is how to use my my point defences, which is our number 4 skill ability. And I'm about to get our secondary ability off cooldown, so let's fire that in. There it goes, and there it goes, kaboom! There it goes. Now this area here is Gamma Sector. Now Gamma Sector is a part of the map which gives you your team massive buffs. But we've virtually captured it now, so let's teleport out and to a different ship. This is the Venturer, and this is the ship that I really like. The bit I don't like about it is that its primary weapons do almost no damage whatsoever, because it's primarily a mining ship, because you can see its main weapons are mining lasers. And I almost smashed into another Venturer there, so we decided to kind of go our separate ways almost. But I'm using the T key to go and target the next vessel, and you can actually see there which abilities are in range. Anything that is in a square is in range, and anything that's in a diamond is not in range or not ready. So as soon as our missiles come off cooldown, we'll be able to fire those off. We've also got our, there they go, and we've also got our secondary ability coming off very soon. The secondary ability standard on this one is rail missiles. But you can see up there that the second Venturer is actually taking a hell of a beating. But our number 1 ability is going to be coming off cooldown in about 4 seconds or so. You can see he's on a sliver of health and somebody else is attacking him. We let off our ability and just look at that, heal him up. It heals us up as well. So it's an AoE heal. And there we go. We've now jumped over to the Reaper. Now, this is the ship that I played the first, and I'm not really quite sure of how to actually play this one very well. I suspect I just need a little bit more practice. Now this is pretty much a premium damage ship. You can see that our primary attacks don't do... They do a decent amount of damage, but they definitely don't track. Shut up, Jingles. I'm doing my best here, leave me alone. Well, we're going after this guy. I hadn't quite at this point realised what all these skills and abilities were, but we do have missiles. Pretty much every ship has missiles. But our secondary attack is basically it's a scythe beam. The second Reaper over in the distance just used it. It's like just a laser beam that just scythes through the enemy. I haven't quite worked out why I can't seem to use it, but yeah, we'll find. I'll work that out at some later point. Maybe one of you guys can let me know. But we're pretty much going to go jump over to the next ship. Here we go. And this is the Sentinel. Now this is my second most favourite ship in the game. You can see that we're just firing off our missiles, firing off our primary weapons. What I like about the primary weapons on this is they're smart weapons, and they do actually go and target. And our primary ability is what we just used here. It's a speed boost. Can you see how quick we went all of a sudden? Now this is less of a supporty kind of ship and more of a very quick attacking ship. It's almost like a medium tank from World of Tanks. But its ability on number 3 is a buoy, which is basically a maneuverability buff. which is really awesome because it doesn't just affect you, it affects the rest of your team as well, or whoever actually go through it. And there you can see the primary weapons that we're firing are just coming after this guy, and he cannot get away. Our chase ability should be coming off cooldown about 30 seconds. We can't do jack about that at the moment. But our missiles will be coming off cooldown fairly soon. And as will our secondary weapons. But this guy's not going to survive long enough for any of those to happen, really, I don't think. There we go, there he goes.
Remember, your death means nothing. New target online.
Now, I do like the fact that we do have some voiceover work in this as well, but it is kind of very... these battles can be a little bit drawn out. Now, these matches can last anything up to 25 minutes. So it's not like World of Tanks where you can have a match going on for like 15 minutes max. It's 25 to like 30 minutes or something, but there you can see. We used our main ability to go and boost past, and now we're just completely flanked him, and he flanked this enemy ship, and there's nothing he can do about it. Now, I really do like this ship, but for a completely separate reason for why I like the Venturer. But then, this was... I don't know, at this point, this was the last of the ships that I tested out, and by this point I'd pretty much got a bit more of a handle on the game. So what we need to do now is we need to go forward, capture that forward enemy base, and that would give us a chance to go and attack their base. Okay guys, so after that last match, we went and earned ourselves a little bit of experience in the Titan tech tree. So what we're going to go and do is have a look at basically what we can upgrade. Now I've got the standard Sentinel smart guns, and that's what we were using in the last match. We've also got the Sentinel Light Smart Gun and the Sentinel Heavy Smart Gun. Now, obviously, the base damages are going to be changing. I mean, this base damage is 53 PPD, not exactly sure what that stands for. And that's 29, and this one's 40. So volley count 10, volley count 10, and volley count 10. What's the difference here? Boom, boom, boom. Base cooldown 4 seconds, 2 seconds, and 3 seconds. So I think we're going to go for this one actually. So what we need to do is we need to unlock. So yes, unlock, and unlock, yes. Now I haven't actually bought any of these. What we need to do is click them and purchase for credits. So there we go. We've now owned that one, and there we go. We've now equipped it. So after you bought it, you just click on it and it'll automatically equip it for you. Now here, what's this? Rail rockets. Railgun technology propels small rockets at high speeds, producing greater yield of damage. This weapon system supports combat against... what? The weapon system supports combat against fast-moving targets, especially when used with the Sentinel's boost ability. Okay. So apparently this is just changing the... Let's see, is that changing the base damage? Yes, it is. It's changing the base damage and the cooldown. Because this one's 20 seconds, that's 15 seconds, and this is 25. Now, I'm really curious to try basically light rail rockets, just because I wouldn't mind having them as a 15-second cooldown. And yes, we do a little bit less damage, but we're able to fire them a little bit more often. So I'm curious to give that one a go and see if that helps kind of balance out the fact that our weapons are... our main weapons are firing less often. Let's have a look. What else we got here? This is our main ability. This is where we get to change our different abilities. This is the main ability on the 1 key, the 2 key, and the 3 key. And this we can't change, at least not on this ship itself, because not all ships are able to upgrade everything. So let's see. Cooldown 45, cooldown 45, cooldown 45. Okay, so what's the distance? Boost speed 30% to maximum. What's this one? 20% to maximum and 10% to maximum. Okay. Okay. Thruster shock. Okay, so this apparently boosts us a little bit, and slows the enemies so they can't get away as easily. That might actually be kind of interesting. And what's this one do? Thruster Surge. So I think this also boosts our allies and slows the enemies, and this one is just a personal thing. So we get boosted by 20% of maximum, I think. So we get to go 20% faster. So that's interesting. I think I'm going to leave that one as is. I don't really want to change this one. Harrier missiles, let's have a look. Damage 80, damage 70, damage 92. Cooldown 42, 42, 42. So I think this, because this is our second slot ability. So this is our missiles. They're all 42. So what I'm thinking of doing, because volley 8, volley 8, volley 8, is actually going for this one. So slow effects. Yeah, I don't see any downside to going for that one, really. So there we go. We've now got that equipped, and we've got propulsion field, propulsion arena. So that's agility increase of 15, agility increase of 10, or an agility increase. Oh, recharge rate 133%. Oh, that's nice. So that means our abilities recharge faster. That'll be interesting. Oh, what's the difference? Oh, the radius is larger. Yeah, I think we'll go for that one, I think. There we go. So I've now changed the way this ship works from the previous couple of games. So that's going to be interesting. Now, I think, like I said, this is actually going to be one of my 2 favourite ships at the moment. But what I'm thinking of doing is I do like this particular ship the most at the moment. And if we're going to have a look at the tech tree, we can see that there's... Where is it? Here we go. I'm actually on the wrong tech tree. Here we go. There's actually the Gladiator, which is a heavy defense ship. Because this is a medium defense ship, and this is a heavy defense ship. Now, I really do like the look of this ship. And if we have a look at the loadout, we can see that it has missiles, armor, bombers, mines, and basically big cannons. So I'm really wanting to go and try this one out. Because the main issue I have with this one is it's basically designed originally as a mining ship, which has mining lasers, and they don't do all that much damage. So I really want to go and give this one a go. But in order to go and unlock this, I'm going to need 23,400 experience in this tech tree. And 351,000 credits. So I've got a ways to go. So, yeah, there's also the Enforcer, which looks interesting as well, because it's a medium attack ship. But, you know, I do feel like I have to play a bit more of this game to get more of a handle on it. And I suppose that's one of the things I'm going to have to do. But anyway, as before, I did mention that there is a way that you guys can get your hands on this game yourself, not costing you a penny. How do we do this, Chaos? That sounds amazing. Well, I'll let you know now. Well, I'll go into the store quickly and we'll have a look, because this is what you'll be getting, the Harbinger pack. You have 500 platinum, Harbinger status, you'll get some boosters, some exclusive skins, and some boosts at the bottom as well. Now the pack content is worth about $45, at least is what it says. Now, come back. There we go. So this is what you will be getting. And this has been donated by EdgeCase Games, or at least on behalf of EdgeCase Games. And how do you go about entering this competition? That's easy. What you need to do is you need to go down into the video description, and there'll be a link down there to a sweepstakes website. And you follow the link, enter your information, and in a week from now, I will announce the winners. So, good luck, Commanders. I wish you well in this. But anyway, this has pretty much been a quick look into Fractured Space by EdgeCase Games. I do hope you've enjoyed the video, and I do hope you like what you've seen. If so, please do hit those like and subscribe buttons, because that really does help my channel out. And if you just can't wait, go and jump over on Steam and pick this up yourself. But anyway, guys, like I said, I'm Commander Chaos Wolf. You've been epic. I will see you soon. And until then, Commanders, keep flying and stay shiny.